It was in that moment that my internal dialogue shifted. I started seeing myself not through the lens of what had happened in my life, but I started seeing myself through the lens of what I wanted my life to become. And that little switch, and I don't know when it happened, I don't know how it happened. All I know is that it happened. And it was that switch that literally changed everything in my life. I was sitting at that light and I said to God, there has to be more to life than this. It has to be more to life. I had left work that day at lunch looking for a women's Bible study. And I felt like if I could just get to a group of women, that they would help me, that they would tell me what I was supposed to do to get out of the rut that I was in. And when I came to that intersection, I remember sitting there and I'm like, God, there has to be more to my life than this. What am I looking for? And I heard that little voice. Oh, it gives me goosebumps when I think about it still. I heard that little voice that said, you're looking for what you are to be to other women. And I heard it, but I'm like, what? What does that mean? And then right after that, I heard you are to empower, inspire, encourage, and motivate women through the words that you speak, through the words that you write, and through the life that you live. Okay, so remember all the stuff I told you that just happened? That was my early 20s. I didn't like my own life. So you want me to write about it? You want me to talk about it? You want me to what? Speak about it? None of that. That was so far from my mind at that time that I couldn't even see myself in those things, right? However, I do remember so clearly, and I wrote it down, and I wish to this day I could find the journal I wrote it in. When you hear that little voice and you know the voice is the voice of God, that's what it is to me, and you can call it whatever it is to you, write down what you're hearing, because that voice is not obligated to repeat itself to you again. And you want to capture that moment. You want to capture it. You want to be able to go back to it. Although I wrote it down, I don't know where the journal is that I wrote it down in, but I captured it and I wrote it down. And it became my anchor. It became what grounded me. And it's what helped me change the narrative that I had been speaking to myself since I was 6, 7 years old. And that was my early 20s. So I'm saying 24, 23, 24, 25, somewhere like that. Because honestly, I didn't think I would live beyond 25. I never thought I would live beyond 25. I remember my 25th birthday, I sat at the table and cried because I didn't know what was going to be next, because I never expected to live beyond 25.